So the man, let's look at the man, the responsibilities of a man, the responsibilities of a husband. One, you are there to worship God. That means you are there to lead your family in worshiping God. Look at what happened in the Bible. In the Garden of Eden, all the things that Eve knew, why the country? Is it God? And your man Eve in him say, who say, Yami say, if you are won't be if you want, we should not eat. Yami the country. How did she get to know? How did she get to know? From Adam. So the original recipient of the information from God was the man. So the man transferred whatever he knew to the woman. And to we remember what Hannah said, Unim Yamian Sebi, I only ready so worry. Only ready. Bible no, who kind of 1 month, 1 month. Utie year, and a Sunday I'll be sorry no, and I very sure Bible the cheap one, 1 year ready. Because as a man, I would want to tell you, you're supposed to lead your family to God. That is a prime responsibility of a husband. Number 2, you are also supposed to work. When God created the man, he put him in the garden and said, only a man, you should take care of the garden. Indeed, a man is supposed to work to take care of the family. In fact, that is why in those days, now man or only housewives, because it was not their responsibility to work. John or TV or Yapian or woman, they never would in the profession because no going to. And then to go to it because whatever they go for, one super in the equation. And the dynamic is necessary. But the original intent of God is that if it is one person already in our family, it should be the man. It should be the man. The man is supposed to have a word. In fact, so who need a human here, who need ready so one. Oh, worry now, no, you know, one Casacran, to be wrong. Who gets me up here? So you have to get something doing. I have no regular income and start what me worry. You know, that is the second thing a husband is supposed to do. The third thing is to cultivate. Now, to cultivate means who sees again. Who a husband is supposed to decorate the wife. Remember who are so power. You are supposed to decorate the wife. Make your wife fit in God's agenda for her life. A big responsibility. Our reign is well. Anything I will do warrior now. Minimity story be a Obana Beman warrior honeymoon. And now our honeymoon a president. Obano Ebumia free minutes what is already that Obano Kumia free and a Beman who president said, I'm a president who me a 50 other way Brasiliana. Oh, I'm not too. The answer say you are president. They end up our really same way. Honeymoon. Wow, worry. It's people these days prepare so much for a wedding and they don't prepare for marriage. People prepare only it's a wedding, 3-hour wedding, no. Preparation is a common, and also say marriage now can't stay forever, no. So be seeing some of the things you are learning now, so be seeing on time. Name of the wedding you do, hey, but now shoe no, if you have selection, shoe one selection, hey, 1 week. I say I'm a wedding gown and any day I was in free down. In that nearly a 3-hour program that you friend wedding, but now prepare for our the marriage. And so you are supposed to cultivate the wife, and not just the wife, cultivate the family. It that means that you must have a vision, because Obama is supposed to be your helpmeet or your warfare. It's one person you are not doing anything. So what is the woman come to help you with? Proverbs chapter 29, verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish. It's a way of around the vision, and your family will work. Your family will work. The next thing, the man is supposed to protect the wife and the family. You are the protector. You can't protection. And yet, Michael. So, say, prior to the can't protect. Oh, somebody my pass on. They say, awesome. You pass it. You know there are a lot of things you can do to protect. Now protecting them from harm, protecting them from shame, not exposing them to the public. You can guide your children in a nice way so that they will not go beyond bounds to go and fall into danger. You need to be the thing is sometimes so what share around say I guess you are protecting the child. When you say about 60 people pass mommy pay one thing because we quiet their car between your body. Just by passing on that information, you're protecting the child. So a man is a protector and a man is a teacher. I said a man is what? Bema when you're ready, so we be a teacher when you're ready for marriage. Because you must be ready to teach your children. That means you must be apt to learn. And so when you're ready, so we you're ready, so we because you can't give what you don't have. It's in any man who is not carrying out these functions, you are more functioning. You are not playing your role as a man. When you're ready. So because you know and so you want to teach. Okay, so that is the role of a man. Now, what is the role of a woman? We share Mark chapter 16, verse 6 to 7. I'll say, the angel said to the women, he is risen, he is not here. Go tell his disciples. Time I used to woo you know, sorry, you know. The first person I was not a man. Why? Because the man is not meant to be an incubator. A kind of incubator is somebody or something that keeps or crack again. A man are meant to be incubators. The man who can't share the new in fact, they are the wife in Yami, or in seven who are maybe seen there or channel wave. But should be able to remember this thing now 10 years ago, or be hiding now. In Yami, can't remember because I can't remember baby. So he has to tell the woman who is able to give the information and spread it to whoever needs to hear. And the woman is supposed to be an incubator. A woman is gifted with many creative abilities that he can use to assist her husband and her loved ones. A lot of abilities. She sees possibilities and potentials. The woman develops ideas and programs. She conceives and invents. Who be a conceiver and you are an inventor. It's who a master. One day marriage and working. Because what a woman sees in her, say what in Obabi na ho, na Obani Ponye or I've been said, and our country will say Opel. Now we get a country will say, how we are wooden in Nanti, be careful. Because the man who have. Am I a very smart in nature? And we are very you should. I give you so many shows that who's I give you someone in Zoom. Your wife is an inherent incubator. Incubator also means he's a multiplier. Sometimes you have a PA. Now, your papa koto Adriani. Amount I will spend here. I would be if you have to we are meaning going spending this much. That same money, no, put them on banner. If you're not able to be so now. And it amazes me. If you are going to KFC, no, drink it one 24 cities. And I'm a what? 24 cities, no, for more banner. Obey so a woman is a multiplier. And so when you give the woman a smile, she gives you what? Her heart. When you give the woman a sperm, she gives you a baby. When you give the woman a house, she gives you a home. And when you give a woman frustration, what does he give you? Don't multiply more. And if you have money, you don't multiply more. If you give it is good, don't multiply more. Frustrating is bad, or don't multiply more. So whatever you give, hand go, hand come. Yes. And you see, the man, one thing about men is that men don't want to and my be okay. The laugh, you see, oh, you are beautiful, you look extraordinary. In fact, look at me to swam my head. No, there may be a worry, or before we were not a company. It was swam, sorry, so we don't worry me to come see you. And I need to say, and you're going to check us out in some and then we told swap smiles. I'm sorry, it's a man are very, very nice. They want to hear good things. A man doesn't want to hear good things. What do you all kind of stuff? You know, is it because a man was it is very easy. So warrior, it is very easy to make your husband walk in line with God's word, because what it takes for a woman to convince a man, hey, it will be. It's who wherever how the way you want me say, what they were come and no man is the pharaoh, you know, you can't share the wound here. You can't share the wound here. What women see, no, you don't see. You don't see. Who for your business or catch us said, actually, we are going to have a home to me. Go back and pray. Go back and pray. Very, very, very important. So, husbands, if you take a little idea and drop it into your wife's mind, you will never get back the idea. You rather get a detailed plan and to share with the wife. Share with the wife. Wives too, you have the ability to think, you have the ability to incubate, and so you must help your husband with it. And like I said, one interested in taking the role, because no man is looking for another sister or mother. There be anyone or another sister or mother to control him. The man is looking for a helper. If you go and be his competitor, go and be his helper. If you come and be a replacement for the man. If that is why he says women should submit and the man should laugh. He didn't say the man should submit. But in love also there is submission. You can't be able to say and both should submit to each other, because when you can't love somebody without also submitting. Submit means Number 7. There must be a willingness to agree. Willingness to agree. When you have two totally opposite separate visions at home, there will be division. And I end up each day more. Obama say, yes, Diane Sana to car. Beman say, Yan to car and Sana, yes, Diane. Obama say, Yan wood two. Beman say, Yan wood six. Obama say, Yan Kosrama Mammy first. Beman say, Yan Kosrama. Any time there's confusion in the house, because of two visions. And so one person warrior, make sure say what you ready say what now we hear and now ever agree. And to agree no and get comfortable. I should say it before you go and marry. And not comfortable to agree. Why just imagine somebody why being past a deal with me. Now who can make us say baby, we answer. And easy. It is one fun show I dream say my say I am going to be in agreement and don't work. It is almost straight can be say, shall two walk together except the word? They agree. And Bible says iron sharpens iron. It didn't say diamond will sharpen iron. But the two, before there could be a sharpening, they have to be of the same kind. Iron will sharpen iron. So there must be unity. Sometimes you have to be willing to say, wait, and I remember I said, if you get a so by there are times they say, who's who Jim one or Bahano? Be a man, I only way away or bar. Never can say about any sick. We are waiting. In fact, it shows that you are not even mature. The way of our Hanani Bana will get in the local Zambia with him, or you will tell him one air right. You are in the wrong relationship. I'm telling you, you are in the wrong relationship. And remember, like I said, it will get worse when you get married. Matthew 12:25. Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to dissolution. Let's say, and every city or house divided against itself will not stand. There should be a complementary role for each other. It's a woman who will develop the potential. No, also the media to not so or no swine. So me, my wife, may not be promoting in your media in I do it because I am supposed to cultivate her and help her to grow and become a better person. Number 8. Where is here? Number 8. Be mindful of tough times. Be mindful of tough times. Somebody said, tough times don't last, but tough people do. Tough times. Our real rules is how. Every more day, there will be times you don't have one. There were times me and my wife were looking for 20 pesos. They were so for top. There have been times like that. It is the one prepare for the tough time ahead. Go and that relationship now waiting. You can't survive. You can't survive. And husbands and men man, nyamiama special grace to handle tough times. We have ever here. You have a special grace to handle tough times. They said this is what First John chapter 2 verse 14. I have written to you, young men, because you are strong. Or can't you remember say mature because we are strong. To be strong means that you should be able to stand. God can you just imagine now? TV night or basa. And a basa name man you everybody has share man you never manage as is. Who's no one to get it? Who's and now baby so I'm crying. Daddy, are you crying? Yeah, I'm crying. Not about balance or joining because now we are strong now which now in times of difficulty the man must be able to stand. And for the man to be able to stand, the woman should also support. Because if you are project from my area, it's also when they say so I strong today, and we also support you together. So your wife should always know that no matter what happens, you are not going to fold up your hands. Remember, be all man. I still can see ya, but no bottle. I just so buy with two for some, baby, just so buy comfort too. They see a Obama and a man as a man and a bar. The piano who's Beman accepted and then if you are one of the children. A good relationship with Musa. I had a woman. I mean, I point to you. Number 9, last but one. Don't build your relationship around sex. Don't build your relationship around what? Sex. Don't build your relationship around what? Sex. And remember the prayer on my almost say, and the other someone text and sana. Why do I won't count? I just want testing. Last week, I was so good on himself. Make up over it, I'm fine. Not the other day. Adam, time and Eve by no, I test those and I never find as ever. As mommy can't believe each other, they don't ever find. We get there, so long as you are a child of God, there is no way. I said, no more real vida. If you are a child of God, there is no way God has to follow some of these principles in extra. God directs me every time I direct him. There is no way you will end up in a marriage. Connection, not empha. Somebody has said, and you don't need to go and test it before. Why? Because sex does not fortify a relationship. Say the Mokana. Or say, oh, someone who mommy and then I say, I am for you. No, sex is not supposed to fortify a relationship. It rather fortifies the marriage. God didn't create sex to fortify a relationship. He created sex to fortify the marriage. It is only a big worry and that's a woman in by law, no to be breaking easily. And an open water. Once I want to be, he said, you have not consummated the marriage. It will not break up very easy. But the moment you consummate the marriage, the number one, and that is by sex. You don't need sex to make your marriage and not in your test, in your litmus test. Sex is as a result of commitment in marriage. And if you don't say, all you're committed to me. Well, there's also a wife is a prostitute. I shower for. And they said that maybe I showered in another now, so they are committed, and then I more commitment power. So when you man and you say there is no commitment, and then I show for no commitment, because I don't meet you, so only about 200 people are under 200 days. Said commitment because you are already over before and the difference of the world, and the very 3 years in the world. So you don't need sex. In fact, sex will destroy the relationship, the beauty of the relationship. Especially when you are not even sure what just anybody is the moment that sex will come, and time will come home. When you meet, there is nothing to talk about have sex. Because when the sex now build a foundation, you share it. If the day you share have sex, and just say, oh, foundation the way is equal. It is a what has as a whole have sex in the relationship. Stop. I'm not saying go and break the relationship. That's not what I'm saying. But stop the sex. And as much as you can, stop it, because so one here careful. Everything will center around sex. Sex. Wait. So don't build your relationship around sex. Don't do it. And a man also is someone man because men are easily prone to having sex than women. Because men and they are taking action. By nature, men are moved by what they see. Women are moved by what they hear. It's a man, easy say oba and converted sex, and easy. And it's a woman, so I just a woman that's woman, but Timmy maybe now, and I say you can't be watching, and I say BB, and I say ovulation time, or baby ovulation time, of Phyllis over having sex. Apart from that, I'm men if you're and you can't know you won't be no more beautiful ones here. It's we all buy so one man. And the woman to me stay focused without having sex. A woman plays a critical role. And also there's a man who to be shown to. If we have not catch a girl, so that's so much of time. I say, young man, they won't get the idea. One woman, a not fault if you want. No, I'm not saying that. Those who go to me also. Is that okay? You can also do that. So you must do that. Don't build marriage around sex. Then the last one. Sorry, I have to run through because I'm going to say, we need time to be brief so that I'll give room for questions. So the last one. Know what your partner wants. Know what your partner wants. Before I go over, no idea how partner no pay. Open then I won't pay. Maybe she has said, I can't be paper for Friday, member feeling me fear ever. It's no, before I marry my wife, I never come to check in the pants and no corner in the moon to say. Even a lot of men don't want that. Now we will go back in the shoe at the pants, the dross. Okay, pants, they say one dross. Need not pass. There be no room to me say now or I don't have the container. Oba won't need a piano. Who could him so quite open pie for any of 27 giant? Who need it? I said, me worry a business. You have to know what your partner wants and prepare and work on it before you marry. It's in a common somebody they don't know. Proud again, then plan out. So we never be bound to the pool. We are no so you must know. Okay, a man like I said, I gave up one man pepper, and it's a who can't be able to soon. You look beautiful. You look beautiful. Oh, we can't say Jenny and walk on the ground. So, the man, I said, we are ready, said, welcome for. And you see, I said, we are making it easy to marry you. It's very easy in relationship. Very easy to compliment so girl. And you easy class of say, another one. But warrior. So one came to Marja, the whole year, now they were talking. Amen. It is all good, man. And I'm man also, man, the own park for pro. And a man park for pro, the same man, we ready to go for man. And a man cancer, that's a man to pro man. Men also want food to be available all the time. Food. A member pay piano, Miss Member, or pay piano. It's a woman piano, and when you're ready, or see your area, you have fast food. You can make us a fast food, and then be a man be cleaning you. The moment the time when we were on your mouth, we were not kitchen. You see, Chelsea, we're moving kitchen. Facebook or kitchen. So you have to become a virtuous woman. To make your husband proud of you, you should be a virtuous woman. Oba will be BI. It's not BBI. Every piano and we can't be an having come and put more variety. Pancake a crowd in chip, only Kaloli Kakray. Oh, they come on normal drinks, soft drinks, and they only me. Oh, how they can Apopeni, Kakadu, Ginger, oh, now the water craft, Masobro, crack, oh, as soon as I want to have women here, that's why I'm ready for marriage. You're not ready. What is your mom? You are winning by obisi yẹn ni ẹ bẹ wari ọbẹ̀ma wọn nù nkwan o ti na ọkọ wàásù nso ẹ wàásù nso bẹ fi ya ẹ wàásù bẹ ọbẹ kẹsẹ bẹ pẹ nkwan wọn nà wọ. First Corinthians chapter 7 verse 34. She who marries cares how she may please her husband. So, Oba, you are supposed to please your husband. Wives, you don't need to wait for your husband to initiate sexual relationship. And men are there, but we know men by nature are egoistic. I say, men must know. And yet they be no person we say baby feel about it before we were we say we oba and yet they be no better now say baby demand for sex. Sometimes you also have to initiate it. They are very important. And these are 10 things that when you do you must know. Walk in it. Keep on reading. I'll leave this thing behind. To move it to me out to take up is not their mom. Let it become you. Make sure that it cannot market. Do I qualify? When you don't qualify, you work on it. That is why we are learning. We are not perfect. The me can we open market. We open 2/10. We should be 5/10. Engineer, we will be 0. We will be worried and also be first. So it's possible. So let's all learn so that we become a better people. So I will leave the rest of the minutes for some questions and then we'll be out of here. So if you have any questions, you can ask any question.